I have cracked so many examinations within a short span of time. I have secured 9.2 CGPA during my BE. I have secured GATE AIR 31 and 96 at the same time when I was in the college. Also, I have cracked GRE with a score of 319 and TOEFL with a score of 101. And after that, I have secured the places in ISRO and DRDO, and I have secured a CGPA of 9.86 in IIT Kharagpur during my M.Tech. So in this video, precisely I will share that which are the tricks and tips which I have used and which are very practical that you can also use to crack all these things simultaneously. Not all these things, but maybe your aim is something else. So what should you do? What should be those few common tricks and tips which you can maintain to crack multiple goals simultaneously? This is the main factor of this video. But there is something very close to my heart, a message very close to my heart that I will deliver at the end of this video. So if you directly want to go to that message, you can do that. Maybe in the last 5 minutes, I will do that. But please, even if you don't watch this video, at least I want you to watch that or to listen to that message. Okay, that is very important. At I mean, especially at this point. So without any delay, let me start. So how I did all these things, how I cracked. So the first thing is very obvious, and it is at the same time not so obvious. That is, I had the advantage that I love mechanical engineering, and so I love studying it. So it is, and now you will be thinking that, okay, I don't love mechanical engineering. That means, uh, is this the case that it is impossible for me to crack all these things? No, that is not impossible. And why that is not impossible? The main reason is, see, had it been like an exam like JEE Advanced or Olympiad, then I would have said you that don't go for this kind of examination if you don't have a love for science. And this is a reason that most of the students in their class 11 and 12 are suffering a lot because they don't love this, but because of any peer pressure, because of their pressure at home, they are pursuing this kind of examinations. But these kind of examination like GATE, ISRO, DRDO, they are not like those Olympiad or JEE Advanced. Now so what is the main difference between the Olympiad and JEE Advanced between the Olympiad and JEE Advanced and GATE? So let me jot down those mistakes clearly. Okay, so and this is the main reason that why you can crack this kind of examination simultaneously even if you do not love that. So JEE, okay, advanced, not mains, okay, and here will be GATE. Clear? So the first point is that here is that very in-depth concepts. Okay, but here, even if you do not like those particular subjects, just by memorizing the formula and just by hard work, yes, just by hard work, you can crack GATE. No matter if you like mechanical engineering or not, you want to just get the job of the job in that PSU, right? Or you want to maybe secure a place in IISc Bangalore, then you can easily crack GATE, no matter if you love GATE or not. So here I will write not very deep concepts. Okay, and this is the main reason. So honestly, this is the main reason that no matter if you love the subject or not, you can crack it. Now how can you crack it? Okay, so you have to understand that if you do not love the subject, then there is the primary, what should I say, yes, primary hindrance from your biology. That is, you have to do something that you do not like or you do not love at all for a prolonged amount of time. That is your GATE preparation. That is your studying engineering, studying mechanical engineering or any other branch. So your biology default your biology will hinder you. Your biology will say you कि अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, this is boring, I'm not getting the dopamine spike. So you have to trick your brain, okay? So how can you trick your brain at the first place? To trick your brain, you have to play with that dopamine, okay? So the first thing is that you should have small achievements. And what do I mean by those small achievements? That is, make a journal and you write before going to bed that tomorrow I will achieve this. Very small goal, maybe an half an hour lecture. It is a very small goal. And the moment you see that half an hour lecture, you just stick that thing. You just stick that thing. So this one trick is very powerful, and I have already got very I have already got so many positive feedbacks from my juniors and whom I have already guided. I have got the feedback that this is actually working for them, and this is backed by science. That when you will be seeing so many tricks after 1 or 2 weeks, that okay, in 1 or 2 weeks out of 15 days I have watched the lecture for 10 days, that will strike your brain, and that will secrete that will make your brain secrete more amount of dopamine to see that lecture again. Okay, and this is true not only for any kind of lecture, this is true for any good habit that you want to grow in your life but you are struggling to. Now the next thing is very technical point, that is find the intersections. Now here I will give the example of GATE and GRE. So these two kinds of examinations are like दूर tak इनका कोई I mean they don't have any kind of connection दूर tak. Okay, रिश्ता नहीं है दूर tak इनका कोई. So if I again compare GATE and GRE, so your goal is to find some intersection between them. And so first let me tell you that what is GRE and what is GATE. So I hope that if you are my audience, then you know that what is GATE. But what is GRE? GRE is an examination through which you can get admissions into abroad universities. Okay. So now many of the universities have waived this, but still, if you want, then you can appear for GRE. There are very good universities which still require this core. Okay, so I don't recall the exact full name. Maybe graduate something is obviously examination. Okay, but जो भी हो. Now this GRE is having mainly your maths. Okay, and they actually call it quants or quantitative section plus your English, and they call English maybe your okay, I am writing here English. Okay, so this part is very tough, honestly. I mean, if you have the habit of studying very deep English, very what I should say, very sophisticated English books or English novels, then it will not be that much hard. But if you are like me, who has not that much very in-depth fundamentals in English, okay, like not fundamentals, I have the good fundamentals, but I don't know that much sophisticated words. But those words are required in GRE. Okay, your vocabulary must be very strong for GRE. Now the thing is that this part should be easy for you once if you are an engineering student, because these parts mainly cover basic geometry and some parts of the 10 plus 2 level studies like permutation combination, like probability, all these things. Okay, but other than that, this should be actually easy for an engineering student. Now this gate is what gate gate encapsulates maybe technical, right, plus 0.1% English, right, but there is one more thing, that is aptitude. Okay, now the main connection between GATE and GRE is lying in this aptitude. So this aptitude and these quants are having similar types of questions. You can have questions from like clocks. What will be the angle if the time is like this? So this type of questions can come in GRE also and can come in GATE also. So you have to find the intersection no matter how small it is. Many people can say, oh लेकिन एप्टी तो बहुत कम मार्क्स. एप्टी is not कम marks. एप्टी encapsulates 15 marks. एप्टी can cover 15 marks. Okay, so likewise you have to find the intersections. So then you can see that okay, out of these kind of examinations like GATE and GRE, which examination is having a higher level of aptitude. In this case, GRE will have the higher level of aptitude. So I will suggest you that if you are an aspirant of both GATE and GRE, you should not solve the aptitude separately. You solve the aptitude for GRE only, and that will work for GATE also. Okay. So likewise, you have to find the intersections or connections between the different things, between GATE and semester, between GATE and ISRO, between GATE and DRDO. So these kind of things will have a large intersection. So and by finding those intersection, you have to see that no, I will not study the same thing for GATE separately and semester separately. I will study this thing for only once in the depth, and I will solve the questions for GATE separately and for semester separately. Okay, so you have to find the intersection and you have to work smartly. So the next point is stay a bit ahead, and associated with it there is one more point, that is avoid last minute preparation. So what do I mean that stay a bit ahead? So this particular thing has helped me a lot from my school day on, but this is honestly a bit hard. That is, honestly, you know that at this position in the semester examination I will have this subject, in the next semester I will have this subject, after that I will have this subject. So you know that your semester examination will start from maybe 20 days later. Now at this time what you are doing, either you are chilling that okay, now I have enough time to prepare for the semester examination, because we have the habit of starting the preparation 1 week before the examination, let alone the starting of the semester. So now in this 20 days, what you will be doing? I will tell you that what I did during my examinations, during my college semesters. So at this era, you have world-class free lecture videos in NPTEL. If you are still searching for that, if you are a mechanical engineering student, then go to this playlist where I have explained in detail that which are the free sources from NPTEL and from also some other sources, but free in available in YouTube that I have used. So my point is that if you have already world-class lectures of the same subject that you will be having in your semester 20 days later, then why you are not studying the same right now? So this was the case for me, that before starting of the semester examination, I have already completed 50% of the whole semester syllabus. Maybe that would mean 2 subjects out of 4 subjects. So out of 4 subjects, I have completed 2 subjects in this 20 days. Okay. So yes, obviously, maybe for your case, it can be 1 subject. Maybe for your case, it can be half a subject. But whatever the amount of the completion, that doesn't matter. What matters is that if you are staying a bit ahead or not. And this is possible right now because you have free world-class lectures. Now for this, you have to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice those things like अभी तो 20 दिन मेरे पास है, उसके बाद फिर there will be a hustle, there will be classes, there will be labs, there will be this, that. So again, my friend, if you are someone who wants to crack all these things, you have to walk in a different path. That is mandatory. Okay, so stay a bit ahead. This is very advantageous point. Before starting any examination, any any subject, be it your semester examination, maybe it is your ISRO examination. Maybe you are thinking that okay, ISRO examination, I will do it. So let the advertisement float. Then I will start preparing. No, you start preparing right now. And another thing is that if you wait for the last minute preparation, then you have to study for whole night. But if you study from right now, then maybe 1 hour per day study is more than enough. Yes, in my case, I had a clear cut routine that I will study, I will, but that is, I have to complete 2 lectures per day for this subject, or maybe 1 lecture from this subject, 1 lecture from this subject, so that I can complete 2 subjects before the starting of this examination. Okay. Now, the last point is sacrifices and focus. And associated with it is one more point that is a bonus point about which I was talking at the beginning of this video. I will just stop my iPad recording because I don't have anything to show right now. So here I have made a lot of sacrifices, and I am not proud because of that. Okay, but the reality is that you have to make those sacrifices. I can still remember that during my college days, okay, I see that almost every other day, some or the other group, they are going for a party, they are going for this, that kind of things. And obviously I was having FOMO. Okay. And honestly, some a very few handful of people, they used to call me that Soham, uh, will you will you join us? We are going to this party, that party. Okay, but the first thing was my health. I became absolutely health conscious, or you can say health freak, because of which I was not eating those junk foods, and still now, starting from 2021, still now I don't eat those kind of sugary foods, those kind of deep fried foods. I eat, but occasionally. So if I have to join them, then I have to eat that. Otherwise, otherwise it will be an awkward situation. And the second point was my study, that I have to take care about my study. If I join them, then my 4 to 5 hours will be gone, right? So my exam, my mock tests will be missed, my lectures will be missed. So I couldn't afford that. But does that mean that I was not enjoying? I was enjoying, and I chose my enjoyments. I chose that I will enjoy this way, I will enjoy once a week, and I will enjoy with this person. So these things are healthy sacrifices. You have to, you have to, or I should say that you have to make yourself above those temporary enjoyments. Okay. Now, this is the sacrifice and focus part, but at the last, my friend, people think that this guy is a star, this guy have cracked so many examinations. But honestly, after cracking all these things also, now what do you think? That he does not have any problem, he is now a government employee maybe, but let me tell you that I haven't joined either of ISRO or DRDO. Okay. And but why I haven't joined, that I will not tell here. But the thing is that no matter what you crack or what you do in life, your mental problems or your problems in life will still be there, will still be there. So your actual win will be to win over your mind. Okay. So that is the actual thing. These things, I am making this kind of videos. You can obviously crack those kind of examinations. But don't think that if I crack this kind of examinations, then I have I have actually everything. I have won everything. And if I miss these examinations, then I have lost everything. Neither of these are true. Okay, neither of these two statements is true. So the the thing is that don't bind yourself within these examinations. Grow yourself from inside. This is important, my friend, because honestly, there are two kinds of people in this world, or should I say three kinds of people. The first people is like they have conquered so many things, but after that also they are not in peace. The second type of people is they are trying to conquer those kind of things, and they are thinking that if I conquer this thing, then my life will be shortened. And the third type of people, they are also trying to do all these things, but they are not they are not fully, I mean, attached with this kind of things. Yes, they also get demotivated, but they understand that these are very small parts of life. These will not matter much. So you have to be in the third zone. And believe me, still now I am not in the third zone. I am trying to be in the third zone. So I think in this video, I could help you in some or the other way. And if you think that this guy is trying to do something for you, then please like, share, and subscribe. And until the next video, goodbye, take care, and thank you.